We are going to take a quick tour of EdPuzzle from the teacher side. First of all, you might want to look at the analytics or the reports after a student interacts with one of your EdPuzzles. And if that is true, you're going to want to create a class that they join. So that's pretty simple. I have clicked on my classes at the top. I click on add a class. You can type in a name for that class. So I could type in biology block 2 and I could press return. And immediately it highlights for you the class code that students are going to need to join your class. And so it is as simple as directing your students to go to EdPuzzle while they're logged into their apps account and log into EdPuzzle with their apps and join your class with your particular class code. So that part is pretty easy to get connected with your students. Now, the second thing I want to show you is how you create your first EdPuzzle lesson. To do that, you click on the search field and you have a number of popular video sites to choose from. You'll probably be using YouTube most often. You can either paste in the URL for the YouTube video that you have in mind, or you can do a search based on a topic. So I could do a search based on, the last one I did here was long division. And videos that are on YouTube are going to come up as options for those things that you can you can make into an EdPuzzle. All right, so how do we do this? Well, I am going to grab the very first one and I'm going to click on the Use It button. You can see that the video that I chose is pretty long. Down here it shows you the total time, which is 11 minutes and 18 seconds. If that's too much or more of the content than you want your students to cover in the exercise, you can crop this video. So to do that, you would just drag these red markers to the section of the video that you want the students to watch. And ultimately, when you click on the finish button, it is going to be a much shorter video then. A lot of times you're going to see these show me how options in EdPuzzle. You can always click on this and you'll get a little help video for how to do the thing that you are trying to do. And in this case, show me how to crop. All right, I am going to refresh this page because I do not see the video right now. All right, so there is my video. And the next thing you may want to do is you may want to add a question somewhere in there. So generally speaking, what I would do is just start to watch the video.
Hi, welcome to Math Antics. In this lesson, we're going to learn about long division.
Okay, so I'm going to mute it. And at some point in here, I know this gentleman is going to get to a point where I could pose a question to my students. So maybe in this case, I want to ask my students what place the 9 digit is in. Maybe that's a review question. I could go and you start by clicking on the question mark in the upper right hand corner, and that is going to drop a button in your timeline. If you click on that button, you have the option to create a question over here. So it can be an open-ended question if you click on this icon, multiple choice if you click on this one, or if you simply want to add your own comment to the video, you could click on this icon. I want to do an actual multiple choice question. So I could type in, what place is the 9 in? And I could put in the ones place, or I could put in the hundreds place. If I want to add more answers, I could click Add Answers for getting blanks here. Notice that you have an equation editor that is actually pretty nice. According to the math teacher I've spoken to, you can add images, hyperlinks, and other font formatting. Now I do want to mark what my correct answer is, and in this case the hundreds place is the correct answer, so I'm going to click on the green check mark, and this one is the wrong answer, and then I'm going to click on Save. So at that point, you can continue by clicking on the Continue button. And you can go along and watch your video. Again, I have it muted so you can't see anything. If you want to add another question, you simply click the pause button and then you click on this question icon. So this is the question that I've added. This is what I click on to add another question. Eventually, I could save as I go, but eventually I'm going to finish. And if I want to assign that to the previously created class, I can do that here by clicking on the check mark for the class I want to see that. I could put a due date in, and I also have the ability to prevent students from skipping ahead to the questions. And then I'm going to click on send. And now if students are enrolled in my class, they will be able to get at that video from their account.